Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Q&A video, answer segment type of video. In this one, we're going to be starting by talking about The Walking Dead Season 6's second episode's views actually dropping again after a sort of weak viewership in terms of the premiere for Season 6. Alright, so I'll put the link in the description to the Wikipedia. You guys can take a look at it. Yes, I know all the college professors and stuff are losing their shit. Trevor, you can't reference Wikipedia! But they get their numbers from other places like Cinema Blend and all kinds of different sites and online sources like that. So they're usually pretty reliable, and I use them for the most part when I look up viewership for Walking Dead episodes and stuff like that. So I wanted to do one on this one because I think it's kind of perplexing and interesting. Also, a few people have messaged me, and then we'll get into some more of your guys' questions afterwards. So this is for the first two episodes of Season 6, and the topic of discussion, which we have talked about over the last year, is whether or not The Walking Dead Season 5 was kind of the peak season for The Walking Dead's popularity. And so far, it looks like that may be the case, unless it's just kind of coming down after an awesome season and will eventually spike back up, which we could see because nobody knows the future. But I wanted to get my thoughts on this one just because I think it's really weird. After the premiere, so let's start from the beginning again in case you missed the video last week where we talked about the premiere's ratings being down. They were only at 14.63 million US viewers in terms of First Time Again, which is Season 6, Episode 1, the extended episode. Now, the reason why that's weird is because that's actually not as good as the finale for Season 5. The premiere for Season 5 did 17.29. Even the second episode for Season 5 did 15.14 million in terms of viewers. So, that is not stellar numbers if you think about it as a big premiere. It's also lower than the Season 4 finale and the Season 4 premiere at 16 million viewers. So in terms of a premiere, it's been since Season 3, which only had 10 million, since we've had a premiere that low. However, some people did message me afterwards and say, yes, but they didn't account for certain things, and more people DVR'd it this year than they used to. Technology is getting better. There was people watching it at Madison Square Gardens because they had that big thing that they did there. And, there were some different things on, different football and whatever can kind of conflict with it sometimes. So there's that. Second episode, the follow-up, JSS, of course, we saw incredible episode, just bloody, awesome, gory and everything. Carol and Morgan kicking all kinds of ass. Lots of fun. Actually only did 12.18 million viewers. Now, that is the lowest viewers that an episode has had since Too Far Gone. Since Season 4, Episode 8, Too Far Gone. That is crazy. That is really weird. So we'll see how the third one goes and how the fourth one and how kind of the rest of the first half of the season, goes through and continues. But based off of those two so far, you can't really draw a conclusion just from that. But it looks like we're seeing now back-to-back episodes, maybe the start of a trend that possibly Season 5 could be the big season for The Walking Dead. And from here on out, we'll see how it kind of goes and if it's kind of peaked, which is weird because I was personally thinking that it would just continue to grow and grow and grow as the seasons went on, similar to a show like Game of Thrones or some of the other popular shows. Like Game of Thrones, for example, has gone from about 2 million viewers per episode to a solid 8 million for its premiere and finale for Season 5. And each season has just grown and grown and grown systematically. So The Walking Dead kind of at a different situation. However, like we said in last week's video, we did have Fear of the Walking Dead this year, so that just changed things. It's like it's not really a premiere because people were probably watching Fear of the Walking Dead and that before. So won't go into it too much, but I really hope that they can kind of, things turn around and people are as interested. I really hope the show's not in any kind of trouble. I don't think it is, because 12 million, 14 million viewers is still a lot. And I think we got some big events coming up this mid-season finale type deal, second half of Season 6. It should be pretty big. And with those, I think the ratings may kind of blow up afterwards. What tends to happen is if they have a huge episode that people talk about, then a lot of times people will come back for the next episode and watch more often. A la Too Far Gone, which had lower views than JSS did, but then after Too Far Gone, all the way up until now, the views have been high and spiked, quite a bit. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that The Walking Dead's popularity is kind of dying out, or do you think more people are just DVRing it, maybe watching it online or watching it via other sources? So write your comments below for that. I don't think it's anything to really be concerned about, to be honest. It's just that, it's interesting to keep tabs on it and kind of keep an eye on it, where it's at and how it's doing. I'm always interested in that because I hope the show lasts at least, 10 to 15 seasons because it's so amazing. I'd hate to see them wrap it up soon if it lost, if not enough people were watching it. But drama series, there's ups and downs. There's slow parts of the story. There's, more exciting, shocking moment type parts. So, and I think we got a few of those coming up pretty soon. So that should be good. So there's the first question. A few people asked me to give my thoughts on that. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't worry too much about it, guys. I think it's just maybe that season 5 really is a season to beat, but who knows? Season 6 could be lower, and then maybe season 7 comes up higher. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted as soon as I find out. Each episode, maybe not week to week, but if we get a big one, I'll let you guys know about that if it kind of pops back up. We'll see. Next question is from. Let's see. Actually, these are comments. This one's from Sir Venture, and he says, best non-Rick episode ever for Season 6, Episode 2, JSS. And I thought about it first. I was like, wow, that's a great comment. I want to include that in here because that is true. It probably is. JSS probably is the best episode that does not include Rick at all. Does he even have one scene except for maybe like the opening credits where it shows what's going on? You know how it catches you up on if you missed it, that kind of thing. I don't think he did. I don't think he had anything. So next week he'll be back, of course, but that's cool. That's a cool thought that it's probably the best non-Rick episode ever done. Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think it was better than the premiere, so for sure. Next one's from Alex Bernard, and he says, LOL, Trev, don't ever change. So I want to include that. Thanks, Alex. I won't. Not in terms of Walking Dead, that's for sure. Maybe other things. I'll get old, my hair will turn gray and all that stuff. You guys may see it if you subscribe long enough. Next one's from Terron Channell, and he or she says, hey, Trev, I rewatched JSS and took some notes, assuming Morgan kills the wolf at the end, which I wanted to include this here because I think I was wrong about that. I don't think he actually does kill that wolf because I remember seeing some spoiler pictures and stuff like that of the actor who plays that wolf in later on. So I'm guessing that he knocked him out, even though it looks more as you're watching it like he would kill him, but other stuff, it's like he'd be dead. But other stuff afterwards that I thought about for a little bit, I'm like, yeah, he probably would die in real life from getting hit in the head with a stick like that, like if he's unconscious, because you bash up your brain, right? And if you're unconscious, you're not, it's you get brain damage for sure. But it seems like maybe he just knocked him out, that kind of thing. However, I read the I'm sorry as him apologizing that he's killing him. But from what I've seen online with some stuff earlier on, like in the summertime, that may not be the case. So we'll see what happens with that. If he's dead, or if he's okay. Then he or she goes on to say, and there are kills the wolf at the end. There are 16 wolf kills, 9 by Carol and 7 by others, adding the 5 that escape. That's 21 total wolves in the attack. Just thought I'd share. Always love the videos. Keep up the good work, man. So I just wanted to include that there because I wanted to mention that part about the black-haired wolf. It sounds like maybe he did survive. We'll see. But like I said, in real life, that probably would kill you. But anyway, we know The Walking Dead doesn't always follow. It's a TV show too, right? So they interpret it. They do their thing. Doesn't always follow what would probably go down. I mean, you could survive it too if you got hit in the head with a stick like that by a 180-pound guy. I guess it's possible your brain could make it. It could. Although it definitely wouldn't be in as good a shape as it was earlier. Okay, let's see. So that's, wow, Carol killed 9 kills by Carol. That's crazy. So I'd have to check her kill count now because it's probably pretty high if you count Lizzie and you count all the rest. Terminus and everybody there. She might give Merle a run for his money at this point, which is fun. I just think that's really funny. Good stuff. So I like that. I want to include that. Next one is from Scott Glick, and he says, Trev, what do your coworkers and family think about your videos and channel? It's a little personal, so I won't get too much into this one, but I'll just say some people don't understand it. Like if I tell somebody, like my parents are kind of older, my mom thinks it's cool. My dad still doesn't understand what I do. He's like, I don't understand what that is, And then, I've had people that I've told about it and they don't really know what YouTube is, and they kind of look at me funny, like, you make videos and you make money for it? What kind of videos do you make? So you get that a little bit. You just get people thinking, like, you can see in their mind how the schema changes when they ask you what you do, and you say, I do this. I get a really weird reaction from some people. Some people think I'm kidding. Some people think, like, whatever. If I start telling them how many views I have, like, 80 million views and this many subscribers, so then they start thinking, like everybody handles it different. It's just it's an outside of the norm type of thing to tell somebody, and they don't really get it. It's not like, oh, I'm a doctor or I'm a lawyer or I'm a computer person or I took business and I'm a manager or something. It's not. It doesn't fit into that regular category. So everyone reacts differently to hearing about things like that. It's kind of like if you tell somebody you're an actor, I guess, or you're involved with drama or something like that. I don't know, just something out of the norm, and they don't quite know how to handle it. They don't quite know how to everybody likes to put people in boxes, like you're this type, you're that type, you're this type. You're what? Wait a minute, can't fit that in a box. What do I do with this? I don't know. You either think the guy's like some kind of scam artist or something. Is he a scam artist or something? I don't know. It's every person's different. I can't tell you just generally what some people think it's cool if they watch The Walking Dead and that, then maybe they like it, but everybody's different. Next one's from Mike LFC 991. And he says, hey, Trev, great job on the videos, man. So for your next Q&A, I was wondering, do you think maybe Ron will have a fight with Carl over the Enid situation? Keep doing what you do best. Well, thanks, man. I will keep doing it. Will he have a fight with Carl over the... Well, she did leave, right? So, and, you kind of had the situation where, Carl was kind of protecting her and that. So... yeah, you get into that kind of Shane, Rick, Lori situation again. However, nothing has happened so far. Well, we don't know. They were in that tree thing, right? So, there's what's going on. But we don't exactly know what's going on with Enid either. We don't know if she's going to get captured by the wolves. We don't know if she is a wolf. There's some unknowns about her. She's got her own issues, too. And I personally don't think that her and Ron kind of vibe together. I think she would relate probably better to Carl. So that'll be fun to see, too, see what happens. Plus, Carl's got the gun. He's all macho. He's like killing dudes, and he's telling her that everyone's going to die if they got in the walls. We're going to kill. Damn it, he didn't say kill them. That's what I want. They should have put that in there. We'll kill all of them. Yeah, maybe they did that on purpose to avoid it. Probably did, because they didn't want to draw parallels yet between him and the governor. But I think that we will see something with that for sure. And it should be fun because Ron's got to do something. They're setting him up to do something crazy because he's so depressed and sad and everything. He doesn't know what to do with himself, and he's running around being a moron and stuff. Next one's from the Kuma Minor Gaming Channel. That's a fun name. And he said, honestly, I feel like Rick will die within the next few episodes. I know it's 99.9% unlikely, but I just have a feeling. Thoughts, Trev? Well, that's a good thing that you have a feeling of that you think that he could be killed off at some kind of point, and that we don't know for sure that he's going to be safe. There have been rumors and stuff like that about Andrew Lincoln and that, but nothing is confirmed 100%. And also, too, even if you might feel that way, like feel like that could happen, it could be, too, because there's so many characters in the show now, and they're giving other characters a chance, like Carol's getting to save the day, and, other characters are getting to kind of step up and do some awesome things. Same with Morgan. They're just filling out their roster more because they have so many episodes they're doing. Now they're doing extended episodes. They're going to continue season after season. You do need a big roster of characters to do 16-episode seasons, season after season with new content, keeping it fresh, keeping it original. You have to add in more and give other people more time. So, I think generally they want to go down the same route as the comic book series, and if they do, they won't be killing them off anytime soon. But there's always the chance they could put us through some ridiculous shocker and kill Rick off. The ratings will go up if they did that. That's for sure. You don't have to worry about the ratings after that. After that happens, the next episode would be the biggest ever. See, it could spike again, depending on what they do, right? Or if someone in particular gets shot or something loses an eye, who knows? We'll see. Next one's from Bailey Johnson, and he says, hey, Trev, or she says, hey, Trev. I'm not sure if it's he or she is. Display picture as a guy and a girl together, which they make a good-looking couple, but I don't know who it is. That's the question. Hey, Trev, just wanted to let you know I appreciate all your hard work you put into your channel. I really look forward to watching your videos, especially right after each Walking Dead episode. That's when most people watch, after, the episode airs and we do a review. That kind of thing is usually when most people watch. Even though I've been subscribed for a while, I've finally been able to make a monthly pledge to your channel, and I hope it helps. Well, thanks, man. It does help, and you guys can pledge if you want to. I'll put the link in the description below for the Patreon account. You can sign up to give like $1 a month or $5 or $10 or whatever you want, and it does help the channel. It goes towards the channel, towards helping it grow with giveaways and things like that. So I just did one for the season 6 premiere, and then I kind of give back to you guys as well too. But it does help the channel grow. So thank you very much, Bailey. That's cool. And if you can't, don't feel bad if you can't. If you can and you want to, then you can go ahead and pledge to the channel. But don't feel like you have to. And if you're in the financial situation where you can't, definitely I would say then definitely don't if you can't. It depends. But if you want to, absolutely the option is there, and I do really appreciate it. So thank you very much, Bailey. Appreciate it. Next one's from Clickfire, and he says, my theory is the bag Morgan is holding at the end is tools to torture the wolf he captured. That's why he said sorry, because he didn't kill the guy. He just knocked him out. Well, he did have that bag at the end, you're right. So what is he going to do with it? Will they question it? It would be useful if he just did knock him out and he didn't kill him, which sounds like it's probably the case, because then they could question him and they could find out. They could torture him. They get Carol to do it. I don't think Carol would tell Morgan, all right, Morgan, you got to go, man, and then get Carol in there. Daryl could do it too, but I think Carol would have an easier time doing the torture part, and she would get everything out of him. There's no way he'd be able to keep quiet if she had him for maybe even 1 hour alone in a room with one of her knives. She's good, so she'd get everything out of them that they'd want. So nice. Okay, next one's from Cody Hinat. This will be the last one for this Q&A. He says, Trev, why were you hyping up the wolves? To me, they're a bunch of pussies. I mean, you can shoot one, they go down, and you're like, okay, moving on. The termites were so much more of a threat than them. They clearly aren't great with guns either, considering they don't have any. Well, that's true. If you don't have any, that doesn't matter how good you are. Smiley face. Well, we haven't seen all that the wolves have to offer yet. I mean, we've just seen a first kind of assault, which, you got to think about it. It was closer than it seemed like. I mean, had Carol been out on the road with the rest of them, and had Morgan been the only one there and not wanting to kill anybody, and then you have the others, who else would have been there? If Maggie was outside the gate and that kind of thing and Carol wasn't there, what if they got to the weapons locker? Carol didn't get there in time and they were able to grab the weapons, because the wolves don't have anything because they've been scavenging and attacking others and trying to get stuff and barely making it. But if they were able to get to the weapons locker and take all the weapons, I don't know if anybody would have been able to stop them from taking over the whole damn place. I mean, you got Carl there. Yeah, he's kind of tough, but he was kind of sticking in that location. And Carol left. So if she wasn't there, he may have gone out and started killing them like crazy. But there was just so many of them, like person counted 21. Oh, man, if they had guns, too, it wouldn't matter how good Morgan is with his staff. If they all grabbed assault rifles and they had some distance between them and him, it wouldn't really matter too much. So I think it was closer than it looked, and if Carol wasn't there, they probably would have taken over 100%, I would think. Write your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. If Carol wasn't there, would they have taken it? And also, write your comments what you think about the viewership of The Walking Dead and whether or not you think it's hit its peak popularity ever. I still don't think it quite has, but it's definitely dropped a bit. You can clearly tell that. So write your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think. If you liked the video, please thumb it up below. Go ahead and share, favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for today's Q&A, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace.